What's up guys, Dr. Matt here. We're going over the squat workshop today. I'm doing this on video so you guys can get a piece of it at home, break it up in different segments so you guys get all the drills. We have Mindy here with me today. She's a great trainer over at Both Rock Fit, so she's going to help us out, demonstrate some of these movements. So, just to start, I just want to introduce SSPT. We are a PT clinic focusing on sport and rehab and performance. We're a little different than your typical PT clinic you might have been at before. We really focus on athletics, one-on-one, and long 60-minute visits to it. So check us out. Now, we're going to go behind the why. Why are we going over the squat today? The squat is many would call the king of movements in the gym. It's really a full body movement, working the core, legs, all the way down. You're going to burn a lot of calories, you're going to build a lot of muscle in the squat. A lot of people also have trouble with the free weight squat, so we're going to go over the tips, some common drills, how to fix those, and how to optimize your squat today. Now quickly go over our agenda. So we've already started into it. First 5 minutes, getting into the intro. Second 5 minutes, I want to go over the points of performance, what we want to look for in the perfect squat. We're going to talk about knees, foot, chest, core, depth, and what kind of equipment you want to use. Maybe it be belt, maybe shoes. For the next 5 minutes, we got a mystery. We'll figure that out when we get to it. Next 5 minutes, we're going to go over the screening tools. So these are very basic self-screening tools. If you or your friend are trying to figure out what is going on with your squat, there are 3 tools to help you really dial in what's working. Next, we're going to go over drill number 1, which is squat therapy. Not only is this a good drill to do, it's a very good test, retest. So when you're trying out some of these other components of today, you can use this to see if your squat has gotten any better. Next, we're going to get into our banded drills. So we're going to do banded dorsiflexion, so working on the ankles. Then we're going to get into banded hip moves. Then we're going to get into a prying kettlebell squat, working on really squat depth. Last, we'll have some closing statements and any questions that you guys have. So let's get into it for the points of performance. First, we want to take a look at the knees. So when we squat down, we'll have maybe do a couple squats here. We want to make sure the knees track just straight over the toes. Perfectly done. A lot of times you might see a fault here with someone who's new to squatting. Their knees may cave in to the side. Not too often people push way out to the other side, but it can happen sometimes. But you do want to keep your knee in line with your toes there. Second, we're looking at foot pressure. We want to keep pressure on the squat in the mid to more the back of the foot through the heel here. You don't want to see it going too much through the toes. It's not as powerful of a position. So then you have to do a few more squats here. So what we're looking at here is the heel is staying down to the back, and her pressure is going to be on that middle part of the foot. That in itself is going to correct a lot of other things. Next, we're going to go over the chest position. So when you do a squat, another fault that a lot of people will have is that their chest will cave forward. And this can be for a few different reasons. It could be a mobility issue in the knees or the hips. But what we want to go over here is chest up, chest forward as we come down into the squat. In combination with that, we want to try to keep a neutral spine. So even though your chest is up, you don't want to overarch the back. You want to keep your rib cage down. You can think about keeping your belly button contracted down with your rib cage, and then still keeping your chest up squat here. And try again with the chest up position. Perfect. As you notice, your spine is nice and neutral through that whole piece there. Last piece of the squat is depth. Now, there's different benefits to going deep with a squat and not going deep with a squat. You can still get really, really good muscle contraction at the partial rep ranges, but there is a benefit to going deep as well. You can hit more of the glute muscle, and you can really get to a position that was somewhat considered more of an athletic position, depending on what type of movement or sport you're going to do. So when we're doing a normal squat, if we can, we want to try to get our hip crease down parallel to our leg, maybe a little bit below our knee. And now this might be something you're going to be working on or working towards, but with the drills, you want to try to get as deep as you can comfortably to achieve that full depth squat. All right, we're on to the mystery box. We're gonna go over a warm-up drill. Have you done Sally up, Sally down before?